Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and it appears that we have another out-of-touch Hollywood celebrity and another out-of-touch Marvel actor, as the actor behind Shang-Chi, Simu Liu, has come out against signing comic books for fans. He has come out against the character that made his role possible, that made his movie possible, that made his career to the heights it is today. He came out against that character, and he came out against the fans that love him enough, which I don't understand, love him enough to sign those comic books and to sign this character that they care about. He's come out against all of them. He is biting the hand that feeds him. None of his current success would exist without the comic book, without the character, without the fans who love him. And he is turning to spit in their faces and then leaving them in the dust behind him. Thanks for the fame, everyone. I'm out of here. That is his attitude. And that is an incredibly awful way to approach this. He owes so much to these people, to this character. And it's offensive. My character is offensive. It's called Asian representation. His whole thing was, there's never been an Asian superhero besides Shang-Chi, but it's bad, so I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen. I am Shang-Chi. No one else is. What's Shang-Chi comic books? I've never heard of that. I'm awesome. It's all offensive to him now. He refuses to sign Master of Kung Fu comics. Even if you don't like what happened before, do it for the fans. They care enough to probably spend a godless amount of money to come meet you, to get your autograph, to interact with you, and they're so excited to do it, but you're like, fuck them fans. I'm better than Shang-Chi, I'm better than all this, I'm better than you, fuck you. That is just an terribly awful attitude to have towards everything that made your current life possible. But we have this article here from Bounding Comics that breaks down his comments here a little bit and what's going on with this whole situation. Marvel Shang-Chi star Simu Liu reportedly refusing to sign offensive Master of Kung Fu comics at upcoming Awesomecon 2022. Yeah, super offensive. Asian representation. Yep, it's super offensive. It's not like you exist in your current sphere because of this comic books. Yeah, it's just very disingenuous. Marvel Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Ring Star has reportedly made it clear that he will not be signing any issues of Masters of Kung Fu, the issue in which the hand-to-hand combat master made his debut. First appearances, that's kind of important, and his signature on it will make that worth a lot. A lot of these fans, it's going to make them a lot of money, which isn't a bad thing. But no. During his upcoming appearance at this year's entry of Awesomecon, out of concern that such comments are offensive. God, keep harping on that word. According to CBR, the self-proclaimed savior of aspirational Asian representation, wow, way to suck your own dick, has added a new stipulation to the writer of his June 4th appearance at the upcoming Washington, D.C. based con. He will not be signing Master of Kung Fu or other comics deemed offensive. I can't imagine being this out of touch and this, absorbed in my own self that I would ditch the fans that made my success possible. Though the comic book news outlet did not identify what specific content Liu had taken issue with, given the recent discourse surrounding the classic Marvel series, it's likely the actor has subscribed to the belief that his depictions, such characters as Shang-Chi and Fu Manchu, despite them being portrayed as heroes who rebel against his evil father and awesomely skilled evil master, respectively, are nothing more than shallow racial caricatures. They're not, though. I know a lot of people who love the old comics, how they were depicted, and it wasn't about racism. You can have an argument for Fu Manchu. I'll give him the argument. I don't agree, but you have an argument for him. But Shang-Chi? Asian representation is only as important as whoever's currently doing it. Before that, it doesn't matter. Just like how Black Panther was the first black superhero movie to ever exist, ignoring Blade, which saved Marvel from bankruptcy and made the MCU possible. Yeah, just kind of take away that title from you. We're the awesome one now. That kind of feels like what he's doing here, is ignoring the past to prop himself up. This is far from the first time following his casting as the Deadly Hand that Liu has taken an eye-rolling performative action to position himself as properly socially conscious companion for acceptable Asian representation. Oh, that was a mouthful too, about in the comments. But yeah, he's all about his representation. Nothing else matters. And even his appearance on the Oscars last night was pretty cringe-worthy too. I have no idea how he got cast in these roles. In light of the news that the television series in which he gained attention for, Kim's Convenience, has been canceled by Canadian Broadcast Corporation, Liu said that he recently the show's overwhelming white producers because they did not take input on the script from the actors. An all-Asian cast had some white producers. So, oh, they're white. Oh yeah, they're white. So yeah, that's bad. That's bad. They're just white. It's always my understanding that lead actors were the stewards of the character. Well, no. Well, yes, you'd want it to be that way in a perfect world, and writers come before them and directors come before them, but producers, they veto it all. They veto it all. So even if you were white and they were Asian, they'd still be doing the same thing. Producers are often dicks and just kind of do their own thing. I doubt it has anything to do with racism. And you are not the steward. As much as I kind of wish actors and writers were in charge, producers end up being those stewards just out of necessity and out of just the way things work with money being involved. It sucks, but it's not born out of racism. This is not the case on our show. It's not the case on many shows, which was doubly confusing because our producers were overwhelmingly white. Yep, so he's just going to break down that whole situation too. Yeah, overall, he's just complaining about every role he's ever been a part of and racism. Please, I'm so rich now because of this role I took, but I need to still be a victim. I'm a Marvel superhero, but I can't be a victim as a Marvel superhero, so I gotta cry. Please, make me a victim. They're all constantly wanting to be victims. That is a bad mentality for success in general. You gotta sit down, realize how far you've come, even if it was from a bad place, and be like, I'm so glad I'm here. I'm doing so well. I'm going to keep moving forward. I have dedication. I'm going to keep being the best that I can be. Anyone will respect that. And by doing so, you're like, hey, thank you all for getting me here. Thank you to the fans. I may not agree with this representation of Shang-Chi in the past, which is totally fine. But I recognize that it made my role possible, my career possible. And your love for both that character and my character, my interpretation of, made my career and my life possible. And I'm living it up on cloud 9. I am having an incredible life right now. I just got to partake in the Oscars. I'm doing incredible with my life. Thank you all so much. I will sign anything you want me to. I owe so much to all of you. That's the attitude he should be having right now, because he has been skyrocketed to relative fame quite quickly because of this one role. But he's not grateful because he can't keep a victim narrative around being something that incredible as a Marvel superhero. But it's just another celebrity doing exactly what we expect for them. Another Marvel actor doing exactly what we expect for them. No one's important unless they're a victim. So he's just trying to get clout from victimhood, as so many people do these days. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.